Now, I would let the entire video and song intro play because it's pretty badass, guys, but we'd end up getting a copyright claim. Either way, guys, I'm back. This is PDubs, and I got another weird, wacky pickup for my arcade and game room. I was thinking, man, hey, you got casino-cades out there for $600 from Arcade 1UP, way too much money. But what is something that can give us a great slot machine experience? And we're talking minutes of fun. Well, we have it right here, guys. This is the Lord of the Rings Pachinko machine. This is a Pachinko slot machine. This thing was manufactured way back in 2004, so this thing is about 20 years old. I picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace for $200, guys. There's plenty of real slot machines if you just like traditional slot machines, as well as you might be able to find some Pachinko slot machines as well on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, etc. And hell, when these things were made back then, they even came with ashtrays, as you can see here, bro. Luckily, I don't smoke in the house. The wife doesn't allow it, so this ashtray is going to be turned around and not be used. And of course, a Pachinko machine, you put your balls in the tray, you use this plunger, and it fires the balls into the cabinet. And then they bounce around, and you try and get them into the special slots. And once you get it into the special slot, well, then it will play the slot machine. So if you get 3 balls in the magic hole, which is right here, if you get a ball in there, it'll turn the wheel once. If you get 2 balls in there, twice, etc. The more balls that you can get to land inside of here, the more times you'll have a chance to win, and the slot machine will go. Now, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, as you guys all know. I got Lord of the Rings decorations all over my house and collectibles, so this thing matches up perfectly. The artwork on this device, considering this thing was made 20 years ago, was pretty fantastic with the molded 3-dimensional shaped plastics, where you have you have Sting, you have the Lord of the Rings logo, a couple rings of power, fire, as well as easy access to the device if you ever need to do any hardware upgrades or repairs. And of course, there are lights everywhere on this thing. This is the standard attract mode pattern that the lights will blink if you just have this plugged in your game room. It's inviting, gets people to walk over, check it out. Hey, should I play? Should I give this thing a shot? Now, during your actual gameplay, as you're progressing through the game, I should say, because if you do manage to match 3 in a row, on this slot machine, well, then you get to get some kind of, you get like bonus video, bonus music, so the whole machine goes nuts, you're a winner, and then it progresses to like a different stage, a different level, if you will, with different background wallpaper behind the slot machine icons, which you can see right here are the characters in the game. Here's a quick shot of how the slot machine works. I will give you some audio and demonstrations here in just a minute. But if you match 3 in a row, the wallpaper will change, the music will change, and the theme of the game will change as well as you try to match 3 in a row on a second time. When I think of slot machines like the Arcade 1UP Casino-cade or just normal slot machines at a casino, I always think of minutes of fun, because literally I'm the kind of person that will only get in front of those slot machines for a few minutes at a time. So if I'm going to spend $600-700 on something like that, well, hopefully it's really, really cool and not boring. But if I got something in my game room that, hey man, I just want to sit in front of it for like 5 minutes and play some slots, this is actually enough for me. The only downfall to this product, really, in my opinion, is it's kind of loud. It's really annoying with all the balls bouncing around, so eventually the sound might get to you, as well as the fact that it's got a smaller screen than I anticipated. The screen in here is only about 8 inches or so. Also, the machine's a little bit bigger than what I was hoping for, but that's okay because, the prior owner put it in this giant wooden shelf carrier, this big black box. All that wood you see, that's not part of the original device. The original device is just the purple metal and plastic. So all the black borders, the shelving underneath, and the other guy put this on here so he could mount it on a wall and things of that nature, have a little tray to keep his balls in. And that just adds to the massive weight and size of this thing, so in order to get a better fit for where I plan on putting all my desktop machines, I'm going to end up taking it out of this black casing. What else can I tell you about pachinko slot machines? Well, they're very popular overseas, not so popular here in the States. I can see why, because, again, minutes of fun. So with this fitting into my Lord of the Rings collection, so it's kind of like a Lord of the Rings collectible plus something I could have in the arcade and game room. That's kind of cool in my opinion. This kind of product's not going to be for everyone because you really got to be a fan of these pachinko things. I mean, firing these balls up by turning the plunger, the harder you twist the plunger, the farther the balls will shoot, and you hope that they'll plink and plop and fall into the hole in order to activate the slot, and hopefully by some miracle you'll match 3, which is very, very difficult. Since I got this machine, we've only matched 3 one time. My son did it off camera, and it was incredible the way the machine went nuts and all the different bonus levels and how the game changed after that. But overall, not a product I would tell you to run out and go find, but then again, if you want to get like a real slot machine or a real slot pachinko machine, they're out there, guys. All you have to do is check Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, you know, all those kind of reseller websites, and I'm sure there's somebody out there selling a slot machine. I've seen plenty of slot machines on sale here in Arizona, real slot machines, fully functioning, and they come in different shapes, sizes, and weights, something to keep in mind. But then again, those only, you know, I've seen people selling them for $100 to $500, sometimes more if it's a really, really fancy one with video screens and stuff. This one, $200? I'm all in, man. I think it's pretty cool. I think it was $200 well spent. We're definitely going to get our money's worth and play it from time to time in our arcade and game room, because after all, this thing gives you minutes of fun.